there are Iraqis that are in Iran right now that were imported by the regime. Do you have any intel on that?
Not yet, not yet. But that is something that the regime does often, especially because some Iranian anti-riot police sometimes refuse to actually attack their fellow Iranians. So what the regime does is that they bring foreigners from Iraq, from Lebanon, from Afghanistan to attack the Iranians. But the thing is that that angers Iranian people so much that actually it might backfire. Because if you bring foreigners to attack Iranians, like if you bring Iraqis inside Iran to, like your own government is bringing Iraqis inside Iran to attack Iranians, like what could be a bigger, like the Iranian people are very, very proud and very justifiably sensitive about foreigners coming into their land. And if they come by the invention of their own government, like nothing mobilizes people against the regime more than that. So I mean, they must be very desperate if they're actually doing that. I have to look up that news. This must be recent.
It was one of the last things she shared today.
Really? Okay, I will look that up. Hey,
Is that
Samantha.
also is that also a sign that the Iranian forces there are turning against the regime? That the
There
fact that
is
they have to
signs
get
because
outside, yeah.
yeah, because we saw some videos of some officers telling people that they understand them. I think some people are refusing order. So yeah,
I hope so.
yeah, yeah. How do I raise hand? You see at the bottom there's a face, like a reaction button. If you click on it, and then you could actually open your mic now. You don't have to raise your hand. Okay, then yeah, there you go. I
Hey,
was
how's it going?
answering Michael. Hi, Michael. No, add your 2 cents now. It's okay.
So, I mean, long story short, they're trying to basically suppress their own people by importing a bunch of Islamists from different parts of the Middle East. Would that include Afghanistan, like the IRGC,
Yeah,
to be
Afghanistan to
specific?
the Shia, especially the Shia groups. Like there's a group Fatimiyun, which is because Afghanistan is mostly Sunni, but the Shia population in Afghanistan is a part of Afghanistan that the regime always try to have influence on and also to use. So yes, they do use Afghanistan, people from Afghanistan to suppress their own people, but they actually also use Afghanistan for another purpose. They bring a lot of people from Afghanistan
Mm.
to Iran, well, like mass migration, so to make Iranian people angry at people from Afghanistan because they see, and then the government will step in to say that, oh, we could
Like
protect
cheap
you from
labor.
these people. Yeah. No, then the government, so then because they bring mass migration from Afghanistan to Iran on purpose so that Iranian people get angry at people from Afghanistan. So the government
Mm.
wants to give the people of Iran to be justifiably angry because, like, this mass
That's
migration. Yeah, but they want the Iranian people to be angry at them instead of the regime. And also, the regime comes in at key points that they need support. And it's like, oh, we could actually help you by getting rid of the people from Afghanistan. So just so they cause a problem to then, so that the Iranian people would need them for the solution. They do this on purpose.
and that would also involve the Taliban, right? Like, is the
Well,
Taliban
not the
associated with
Taliban.
this? Ah, okay.
No, yeah,
It's only
because the
that minority.
Taliban, yeah, just the people, just the average people, not the
Mm.
Taliban.
Got it. Thank you.
Any opinions?
I'm guessing
Yeah.
that in Israeli Mossad and whoever are watching this and trying to figure out how they can help, because this is for us it's amazing too, obviously for Iranians, but for us it's great.
Actually, can you tell me what do you think? I mean, your name is Mossad, but the actual Mossad, what do you think they're gonna do? Do you know? Like, do you have any guesses on how they're gonna help?
I don't know. I really don't know. Like they don't tell us, you know? It's all very secretive. We just find out after. Oh, they were like, yeah, okay. you know.
But any guesses?
I'm sure they have people on the ground, but I don't know what they can do exactly. right?
My suggestion would be, can you let them know? My suggestion would be for them to, because I know they have their numbers, to just call all the people who are responsible for commanding the anti-riot police and just scare the shit out of them. Just call them or message them and just say that if you hurt the Iranian people, we know where you sleep, right? Because I know this works because they are
Yes.
very scared. They are
Do you
very scared.
think they're
And
doing this?
this doesn't cost Israel any money, right? Like it's not like a missile
No.
or a drone attack. It's just calling them and just letting them know that you stand down. Stand down. If you know what's good for you, just stand down.
Do you think they may be doing this already or not? Have you heard anything like
Maybe
this?
because maybe they're doing this because that might explain why we're not saying the anti-riot police doing much. But let me
Maybe. I
actually
hope
get to
so.
Andrew.
I hope.
Yeah, I think so. I think that might be the reason. But Andrew raised his hand. I want to make sure that he gets to. But Musa, let's come back to you. And then I saw Elad also raise his hand. But go on, Andrew.
Oh, thank you. I was just curious, as a Westerner, in your opinion, people, is Al Jazeera English a good place for somebody like me to learn about? Oh, I see heads shaking. Okay, then.
No.
Please,
Al Jazeera
please
is
second
explain.
command.
Al Jazeera is an arm of the Muslim
No.
Brotherhood whose
They're
aim
hum-
is to Islamize America and
No.
Canada and the West.
But you got to keep in mind, it is owned by Qatar. Okay,
Plus,
it is
plus
Qatar-run
Yeah.
media.
Yep.
It is Muslim Brotherhood aligned. It has a very serious agenda. I mean, I can literally send you an article that they write. It's an article after Hamas had like banned women from like being able to like ride motorcycles and like smoke hookah bars. And it's just a good example of how they clearly have a narrative and an agenda they're trying to promote, because they're like saying things like, oh, well, the real thing that's oppressing women isn't Hamas, it's the occupation of Israel. And it's like, why are you bringing Israel into this? Like, you could just talk about how Hamas is oppressing women. Examples like that about how Al Jazeera has a clear bias and a clear agenda.
Plus, they have a different message for the English channel versus the Arabic channel. They're very biased in different ways for different audiences. It's very important to understand this.
It's a sophisticated propaganda arm of the Muslim Brotherhood. And the Muslim Brotherhood openly says it wants to take over America.
If anybody has any recommendations on publications that are more accurate and less of a bias, if you put them in the chat, I'd be appreciative.
France 24, DW, I think. Reuters, maybe? Yeah, Reuters, DW, France 24. By the way,
Reuters,
also
Reuters,
Al
you think
Jazeera.
Reuters, really?
Hmm?
I'm not so sure about Reuters. Maybe.
Reuters, no.
No?
If
Okay.
you want to
Okay.
understand the
DW.
Saudi,
DW is
Saudi,
really good. Huh?
yeah.
Okay.
If you want to understand the Saudi
Deutsche,
perspective,
DW as in Deutsche Welle?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the English version, but the English outlet.
Okay, thank you.
and to understand the Saudi point of view is good, and to see the Israeli point of view, probably Jerusalem Post and Israel Hayom.
I have a lot of points about Al Jazeera, but I saw people raising their hands, so I want to make sure that they get to speak. Oh, hi, Richard.
Hi, Armin.
Yeah. Hi. So let's go with Elad. I think if I'm correct, I'm going to write them down from now. Elad raised his hand, and then Deborah raised his hand, and then Tom, and then David. So I'm going to put David on the list as well. Go on, Elad.
Okay, so what I wanted to say was I think that Mossad is helping people organize on the ground. That's why I believe.
That might be because, by the way, remember that Mossad in Iran are Iranians. Mossad agents in Iran, they're not Israeli. They're Iranians who are working for Mossad. So that might actually be true. I personally think that they probably would be more involved in looking at what security forces are going to be standing in the way of Iranians and trying to neutralize that, like figure out the most effective way of causing some harm to anything that is trying to stop the rise. Okay, Richard is on the list. Okay, so let me stop talking so we could get you guys talk more. So let's go to Deborah.
Yeah, I just wanted to mention that I personally know people that work at Al Jazeera in Qatar that were members of Hizb ut-Tahrir, which is same Muslim Brotherhood. But like that's the only type of thing that would, employ people like that.
Oh, really? That's interesting. That's good. That's, by the way, for people who don't know, Deborah is an ex-Muslim, and not just an average. Like, she converted to Islam and then left Islam, and she's not just. She has a lot of good information if you want to ask her, because she was part of Hezbollah Tahrir. So she wasn't just like an average Muslim. She joined one of the most insane Islamic radical movements that there is. So she has a lot of deep like knowledge and information about how they operate and what they think. So she's a really good source to talk to. All right, Tom, you raised your hand.
Yeah, hi. Yeah, so I mean, just the first thing I was to say is, Armin, like, good luck with everything, with Iran and everything. I'm so happy for you right now. That's that.
Thank you. But let's keep the discussions here about politics, okay? What's on the
Okay.
news?
Well,
And what
good luck.
yeah.
I'm just gonna say first thing I'm gonna say is good luck with Iran and all power to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate your support in the chat. Thank you so much for that. Okay.
Thanks.
And let's go to David. I saw David raise his hand. Is he still here? I don't see David here. I think he was having problems with his mic. So I see Michael raise his hand. Let me add you to the list. All right. By the way, guys, I'm going to change you from a standard member to a premium member, so you have access to all our group calls. Okay. So anybody opening their mic or opening their camera, you're going to be premium members so that you have access to all of our calls. Right, Richard?
Yeah, I just wanted to go back to what you said earlier. I think the best empirical evidence I've seen for Mossad's clandestine coordination with the Iranian people is the public threat both Bibi and Trump made to Iran at the press conference just before the uprising started. There'd be no reason to make that threat public unless they were looking to disincentivize the security forces from taking action against the people. That's much too big of a coincidence to accept.
Yes, and we can take the threat a little bit more, because sometimes Trump follows through and sometimes he doesn't. But right now he seems to be on the mood of following through. Okay, because he threatened Nigerian, Islamists when it comes to attacking Christians, and we were like, sometimes people say Trump always chickens out. So we were waiting to see if he will actually follow through with that threat, and he did bomb ISIS in Nigeria. So he seems to be in a mood to, follow up on his threats. So this is, you know, and I do think that he's moving away from isolationists and moving closer to what other people refer to as neocons. So this is like he's getting a lot more aggressive. So that's, Iranian people find that like that's literally, good news for us. So we'll see.
I think his more trustworthy threats sent out on social media always end with "Thank you for your attention to this matter." Seems to be that those are his more serious ones. I do like Trump's policies a lot. I don't trust Trump. I do trust Bibi. I think that's the better bet here still.
Yes, I would. I mean, my favorite American politician is Marco Rubio. So
like him a lot too.
Helpful. Ashley, are you available? I'm listening and trolling today. Promise my wife not to talk in. Okay, Michael.
Yeah, I want to add also, I really hope, if the Islamic Republic collapses, man, I really hope they do, because, they're giving a lot of armament to Venezuela. You know, they're giving them a lot of like weaponry, a lot of drones. And I feel like it's like, as a Mexican American, I feel like it's really bad. Like they're like really causing trouble throughout the region. And when I went to Mexico City, there's a lot of Venezuelan cartels that are, operating, within Mexico. So I feel like they gotta go, because the Maduro
exactly.
government is causing a lot of trouble throughout the region of like Latin America and stuff.
Yeah, and also Hezbollah is coming through Latin America through Maduro as well. Both Hezbollah and this.
Drugs.
I don't. But like right now, Latin America is becoming a major money making opportunity for Shia Islamists through drug trade, right? So, and I think Venezuela is key entrance point for them. So, getting rid of Maduro, I mean, if the Islamic Republic falls, Hezbollah could enrich itself through Latin America. So, getting rid of Islamic Republic and Maduro would be a really good way to shut this thing down.
That would
Really
be
good way to
ideal.
shut it. Yeah, Richard, go ahead.
I just wanted to follow up on that what Michael just said. I don't know if you're aware, but they recently just foiled an attempt to assassinate the Israeli ambassador to Mexico by the Iranian Revolutionary Guard. They were using Venezuela as a staging ground. So in
Oh yeah,
addition to fundraising through the drug trafficking, they're actually using it to commit terrorism as well.
and the only way they're able to do that is having alliances with some cartels in Mexico. I have relatives that used to be involved in that kind of thing. It's very touchy right now because there's several factions that don't get along with each other in Mexico. And so
Yeah,
they'll use foreign cartels to gang up on each other and try to fight the plaza and stuff like that. They use it to their own benefit to basically
yeah.
kill each other and to
I
divide
mean,
and conquer.
they're profit motivated, not necessarily ideological, but they still use
Yeah.
each other.
And the president of Mexico, which is of Jewish descent, all the shit that she's saying and she's not picking a side, I feel like that's a bit more troublesome because I know that Mexico historically has always been a neutral country. But I feel
Yeah,
like, if the country wants to geopolitically align itself with the West and also, benefit off like expanding its relationship with the
yeah.
Oh,
I
you
would
got
I
cut.
would hope so. Definitely, I would agree.
By the way, Samantha, I'll let you moderate from now on if you want. But yeah.
I just wanted to add that before Assad fell, apparently Assad and Hezbollah were the largest drug cartel in the world, or the second largest.
That's crazy.
Ahmed,
Yes, go on.
yeah, could you tell us about socialism in regards to Venezuela? Why is socialism bad? Why is it part of what's corrupted the country?
Well, so, I mean, socialism is bad, not in Venezuela, but everywhere. It's not specific to Venezuela. I mean, Samantha disagrees with me on this, but it's okay. I mean, that's my opinion. People might disagree with me, but my opinion is that free markets are what causes prosperity. I mean,
yeah,
you want me to put in a, yeah. Does anybody
Okay,
like
put in
okay.
a, do you, yeah, yeah, go on.
like Mexico is a
Go on,
great
Rich.
example of that because of the nearshoring thing. Like the reason why Mexico's been getting wealthy over the years was because of the NAFTA trade agreement signed in like the 80s. But I feel like the country is just being mismanaged. It's been mismanaged for so many years. Things in different parts of the economy are improving, like the poverty line has been reducing. But I feel like corruption and insecurity, like violence is still rampant. And that has to be under controlled.